Gallbladder is situated just below the liver, as you can see in this picture. Okay, and gallbladder has three parts. One part is this part, which is added to this duct called cystic duct, is called a neck. The body is called body, and this end is called fundus. So in liver there are hepatic cells. Cells of liver is called hepatic cells. Okay, so in these hepatic cells, bile is formed, bile is excreted, and through the intracellular spaces called canaliculi, the bile is collected in the hepatic ducts. By hepatic ducts, bile comes out of liver through common bile duct and is temporarily stored in gallbladder between two meals. And when you take your next meal, bile is excreted. Bile comes out of the gallbladder, it goes through this common bile duct, and through this opening called ampulla of Vater, it is poured into duodenum. The same duct is also utilized by pancreatic juice to pour into duodenum. So the sphincter that controls the emission of pancreatic juice and bile into the duodenum is called sphincter of Oddi. Okay. So bile contains bile salts, mucin, pigments, etc., and water. Its site of action is duodenum, as we discussed. Bile helps to emulsify fat, and thereby it helps to act the lipase on the fat or lipid. Okay, lipids are oils and different kinds of things, like triglycerides are oils, then phosphoglycerides, then phospholipids, then there are cholesterols, etc. So uh, lipid cannot be absorbed by body as such, so they are formed into small droplets by the use of bile salts. Bile salts can work here as like emulsifying agent. Emulsifying agent has two parts. One is hydrophilic part, and means water loving part, and another is hydrophobic part, which is oil loving part. So the hydrophobic part remains inside the lipid, facing the lipid, and the outside, means the hydrophobic part, remains outside facing the watery uh, aqueous content of chyme in inside stomach. So that's how the lipid becomes soluble, and it becomes easier for the lipase enzyme in pancreatic juice to work on it. And then the lipid is broken down and is absorbed and utilized by the body, digested. It is further digested or recycled. Many things happens. So the bile also helps in absorption of fat soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Uh, so this I have a short video for you to show how emulsifying agent can facilitate formation of emulsion. So this is a beaker in which this one is a mechanical stirrer. You are pouring water here, and then you will pour oil here. See, oil and water do not mix up together. Uh, Oil floats above the water, but if you mix them with a spoon or like mechanical stir, what, yeah, it is shown here, then it mix up, but it forms unstable um, emulsion. But if you add an emulsifying agent, then it forms a stable emulsion, right? See, here it is the creamy thing is your emulsion. So same thing happens inside our gastrointestinal tract with the use of bile. Bile contains 98% water in liver and 2% solid. Then in gallbladder it is dehydrated. So the water content is reduced and solid content is increased. 89% water remains and solid increases to 11%. What is the composition of the solid? The solid contains inorganic salts, bile salts of sodium taurocholate, sodium glycocholate, and also it contains mucin. Mucin is a protein excreted by the epithelial lining of the gastrointestinal tract, means inside our GIT. And pigments are bilirubin, biliverdin, biliprasine, bilicyanine, bilifusin, choletelin. In carnivorous animals, like meat-eating animals, like some of us are carnivorous, and then dog is there, then tiger, lion. These are carnivorous animals. They contains mostly bilirubin. Otherwise, the herbivorous animals like cow, goat, etc., they contains biliverdin in their bile mostly. But in our case, biliverdin is first synthesized. From then, it is reduced to form bilirubin. Bilirubin can be oxidized to form biliverdin, and biliprasine is the intermediate product. Biliverdin can be oxidized to bilicyanine, which is blue. Okay, bilirubin is golden yellow, biliverdin is greenish in color,